Hey, what's up, guys? Intuitive 717. I am back with another reading. Of course, hanging out with the Bossy Beeves. She's all cozy in her little basket over there. We're going to dive right into some late night feelings around the Divine Masculine Collective, because that's really the song Synchronicity I am picking up on, okay? Is Late Night Feelings. I think it's by Mark Ronson. And the part of the song that keeps replaying is my heart keeps pulling in the wrong direction. I'm about to cross that line. Okay, so I feel like a lot of your divine masculines could feel really impulsive and really tempted to just reach out and communicate. I'm hearing they really just want to break the ice. Like, even if it's, what's the word, sporadic, like even if it's just here and there communication, at least you guys broke the ice. So this could be two people who haven't communicated at all. It's kind of just been no communication, both of you just really trying to maybe figure yourselves out at this time, what direction you want to go in, whether you're still in, you're still out, you want to continue the separation. I feel like they're curious to know where you're at, but for the most part, this divine masculine wants to close in that distance and reach out. How do they feel about you, divine feminine? What's the energy like towards you? Okay, so what came face up here is the Five of Cups, okay? So I feel like that's what they want to close out, is maybe that distance or that heartbreak, a sense of being apart and wanting to make some kind of small offer. I feel like him offering that piece of sage there, the bush, whatever it is, represents initiation or igniting the flame again, making some kind of small offer. And you're accepting it. I mean, she's definitely got her hand open here in the picture, but I feel like maybe they're having a hard time picking up on, like, has this healed yet? You know? Hi, beautiful. Am I talking too loud? No, maybe? Yeah, so they're maybe wondering as well. Yeah, again, where it is you're at, whether you'll be inviting or open to communication. How does the divine feminine feel towards the connection with the divine masculine? Okay, I feel like you missed them. I talked about this reading the other day too, where I did say that many of the divine feminines are feeling just a lot more desire. Okay, so for those of you, and maybe the reading is not going to resonate with everyone, but for those of you who have steadily been holding space for this with your divine masculine, I do feel like what you two are craving is physical connection with each other. Sorry guys, my nose is getting super itchy as I'm saying that. Oh my goodness. Many of you might be having that as well. Okay, sinus issues all of a sudden coming up. Itchy nose, okay, wanting to relieve an itch. I feel like that could be a lot of the divine feminine's energy that I'm picking up on. In terms of this communication, many of you could feel a sensual pull. I feel like a lot of you in the divine feminine energy could also feel impulsive about communication. Like you may have had thoughts about reaching out, or you may have had thoughts about wondering what it would be like to communicate just for sensual moments, just for sensuality. I mean, not that you're acting on these impulses, but I feel like in your heart, in your mind, in this kind of wild, free space, a lot of the divine feminines right now are having very sensual thoughts. Like I said, a lot of the desire within you is almost reigniting again here. That passion within your soul, the desire to want to connect, especially physically, because many of you haven't had that in a really long time. And I feel like you've been okay with it because you've been wanting to experience the depths and the nakedness of solitude and accept that for all it was without craving anything. Okay, and now that you've mastered that, now that you've mastered solitude without needing or craving or having that desire control you, I feel like it's naturally coming back. And the first person in line that wants to make that offer is your divine masculine. Because a lot of them can pick up that you're very curious about new love. This energy that many of you are in, it's beautiful. You feel sexy again, and you do feel like hope an optimism is what I'm getting. Like a lot of you are really, and again, this reading is not going to resonate for those of you who just, or this part of the reading is not going to resonate for those of you who solely just are holding space for your divine masculine. Because if you are, that is okay. But then there are some that are tuned in and watching the reading as well, whose heart desires new love, intimacy, soulmate love, just wanting to experience touch. And that's a basic human need. And I feel like many of you don't need permission or validation to step outside of your twin flame journey to experience passion. But that is something that you will learn over time. And I mean, I feel like that's just one of those lessons that's in your hands. Let's get a message for those of you who have been curious about new love coming towards you, especially if there are already certain suitors around you guys that have maybe caught your eye, maybe you've caught their eye. Maybe you guys do a little bit of the eye contact thing when you see each other from time to time, looking out the window, looking out for each other, I'm getting something significant too about window for many of you. It's almost like someone's watching you. Someone has their eye on you very, very strongly. Okay, watching through a window. I'm getting if some of you work. Someone's boss also too could be very attracted to them, and they watch you from a place where there's windows, okay? And then for some of you, you might have like a neighbor that, might make eye contact with you from time to time. This could be from like a porch. This could be from a balcony. This could be just at a distance when you two might kind of make eye contact and then go about your business, but you feel like there's something there. I feel like these experiences are just kind of happening for many of you, and it's really fresh. It's really exciting. And these experiences of new love, or not even love, guys, like, because I'm also getting an energy for some of you who really, you have no desire or interest to enter in any kind of relationship. It is just the awakening of desire again. This could be flirting. It could be conversation. It could be being told that you're beautiful. Many of you are going to start experiencing just random situations like that again, where I feel like just the masculine energy just approaching you again gently. Have you guys noticed too, like there's been this like really heavy kind of like energy around like men just being men? Like, because for me, like I grew up in Trinidad, and you were used to men being very like outspoken, but I feel like in the culture, or just the way things have been in the last little while, it's like men are just so afraid to be accused of like harassing you that it's like they're just almost so afraid to be bold and approach you with confidence, and many of them sometimes that do, it's like they have to either be under the influence of something, or you know what I mean. And it's just like, where is the authenticity? Like, where is the courtship? Goodness gracious. I feel like that's what many of you are going to start experiencing, is like really beautiful, healthy, confident, masculine energies around you that are really going to satisfy this desire that's awoken again in you, divine feminine, because I feel like it's awoken, but out of like a really pure place. Like many of you have learned a lot in your period of solitude. You really, really have. Like a lot of you really experience passionate, intense encounters with your divine masculines, and you still said no to it because it didn't align body, mind, and spirit. So because you had the strength and the, I feel, determination to move past that soul lesson, your spirit is aligned with, like, I feel a certain, like this certainty. Okay, that's the word I'm getting, that you know what you want. Okay, so let's get some cards around what's coming. Oh, there it is. That strength card. You know exactly what it is now that you want. It's that body, mind, spirit connection. And you're very, very strong in this knowing. Your energy, divine feminine, I feel just really beautiful, really powerful at this time. Like so creative, so in charge. I feel like you're being desired and admired from afar by many. I can't flash this card too much, so zoom in if you guys have to. I did try to like draw a dress on her with red marker, but I don't know how much I can hide it or how inappropriate it's going to be. But ideally, like, yeah, you are in charge. And this sword represents definitely like that phallic kind of energy that I am picking up on from the divine masculines. I feel like that's what you've been longing for or missing, is just that connection, like man and woman connection. But from the divine feminine's perspective, if you guys catch my drift, this sword is what you've been longing for or missing. You can even see it in her body language here as well. And I feel like that's on its way. Many of you in the divine feminine energy as well, I feel there was a point in time where you might have felt like this was never going to happen again for you, you know, moving out of that celibacy energy. But it is well on its way to you, and it's going to be in a way that you haven't experienced. Okay, desire is like a big thing that I feel coming up for a lot of you. I'm hearing like fertility, like a lot of you still have so much more to live through and experience. And I feel like the last maybe few months, it could be years for some of you, your energy has been quite stagnant, and this fire and desire, all of that has been put on pause, or it's been put on hold, but it's ready to get going again. It's ready to get moving again. Okay, so trust that, and trust that you guys are safe, and that you guys are being sent exactly what your heart has been longing for, and that the universe hears you, and that you haven't been calling out, even though many of you may not have been deliberately asking for it. I feel like the universe wants you to know it sees everything. It feels everything. You're part of Source. So Source knows exactly what it is you desire. So oftentimes, many of you don't have to long for or crave for anything or pray for anything. If you just remember to praise Source for all of the goodness that is destined for you and that you're ready for, I feel like naturally it's just, it's attracting. Okay, it's coming in for many of you. Let's end off this message by seeing what's in store for you on a romantic level. Okay, so love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. We already know that with the Strength card here coming through. Can we get clarity on what kind of romance is headed toward the divine feminine? The universe is saying we don't want to reveal anything, just trust. I love it. Okay, the situation is calling for you to have faith. Okay, so the main message or the main energy I'm getting behind this is that for a lot of you, you're going to go through this beautiful experience of feeling desirable again. I feel like the damage has been done in your connection with your divine masculines for some of you, and you need to feel that energy or that renewal or that spark. And many of you may not know how you're going to go about that or how that's going to come, because at this time you either don't feel a connection to anyone else but your masculine, or you just don't feel attraction or connection at all. I feel like all of that is going to return. Okay, it's going to return, and you're being called to have faith. Maybe you clicked on the reading in a way to like manifest that energy. It's something that you want. It's something that you know that you kind of need to leave in the past in terms of feeling like this is not going to happen again. And have faith and trust. Like, many of you are young and vibrant. Do not let the energy of doubt or insecurity overshadow you at this time, okay? Because if it hasn't come, it's coming. And for many of you who it started to manifest, okay, like for example, there is somebody that, you know, you definitely have your eye on. Maybe there's a part of your heart that's like waiting for things to go wrong, or oftentimes with the divine masculine in the picture, you know, the energy of like trying to cock block things. Many of you have experienced that before. So there could be this feeling of like, I don't want to say doom, but it's like, I'm not going to entertain it because I don't know what's going to go wrong. The cards are saying, you know, continue to just be in the energy that you are currently in. Don't force anything. Don't push anything. But also trust and remain optimistic that something big is on its way. A lot of you feel it already. You can feel that it's coming. You just don't exactly know what it is. And I feel like maybe you've gotten this feeling before, and You know, maybe your divine masculine showed up, you had communication. So a lot of you are in this place of like, I don't know what to trust anymore. I don't know what these excited feelings are about. So that's why the universe is saying, stop over analyzing it and just maybe let it be, let it happen, let it surprise you. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys for this quick check-in. I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's reading. Okay, check me out on Hipsy if you guys do want to connect one-on-one for a personal reading. If you use the code THANKS24, you will get 10% off any of the services that I offer on Hipsy. Okay guys, I love you. See you tomorrow. Bye.